what's wrong with me? Everything's going great. You should feel this way. And I've tried everything.
I think it was about 5 years ago when I started feeling this void in my chest. I thought it was normal, something I just had to power through until it gets better, until I'm back to how I usually was.
I was told that it gets worse before it gets better. I still woke up feeling empty and very sad every time I wake up from a nap or from sleep. It's much worse.
It was bearable at first, but last year, when the pandemic hit, I hit rock bottom. The feeling of emptiness got bigger and bigger. It's weird because it felt empty, but it also felt heavy. What confused me even more is when it happened even when I had no problems. I just stop and cry and want to be alone. I often ask myself, what's wrong with me? This is not who I am. I miss myself. Because it was hard for me to be myself. All the roles I played was much, much more difficult. Being a wife, a mom, me at work. So I decided I'd take myself back. I was tired of feeling down and defeated every day. I wanted to fight to reclaim myself. I had no idea what was happening or where I'd start, but I simply took baby steps in discovering what I was up against. Then, eventually, finding myself again. With that said, let's take it back to the day I decided I was gonna get up and fight back.
Hi, it's really dark. Sorry, it's because the lights are still off because my husband's still sleeping. I haven't been vlogging because I have this thing when I feel bad. It's just really hard for me to pick up the camera and talk, but I really wanted to document this season in my life. I'd like to document how my process is, how I'm feeling, what I'm finding out. Like right now, I wouldn't say that there's anything big or sad that's going on in my life, and I would just say that like for most of my days I'm usually sad even if like nothing big's going on. And this morning I woke up feeling really sad, like something in my chest is really heavy, and like it's not even like panic or difficulty breathing or anything like that, but it's like it's empty, like it's so hollow, and I don't understand myself, why I'm always like right now I wanna cry. It's so hard for me to understand myself. Everything's going great. I have a few problems here and there, but I just feel empty, and sometimes I'm motivated. I should be happy, but I am, but I'm also not. So I'm taking steps to help myself. I'm not suicidal, and I think it's because of that thought that I haven't been stepping out for help as well, because I'm not suicidal. So like I thought that maybe I would only need help if I ever get to that point, but maybe not.
The first step I took was to take care of my physical health, which, to be honest, I was forced into because I got sick and I was in a lot of pain.
I've been getting sick past few days. I'm getting diagnosed, or we're trying to rule out kidney stones, crystals, or urine reflux. So that's a lot of time at the hospital last week.
I wasn't doing great physically and emotionally. Both of that combined, it really sucked. So I started working out again for both my physical and mental health. Every time I worked out, I felt so energetic. I started feeling good. I stopped being so sad and anxious, at least for a while. I love the feeling of getting my body warm and my blood running. Working out wasn't for a better physique anymore. It was for my sanity. Next, I joined Empower. It's a mental health series hosted by a church and led by a psychologist. After watching insightful videos about mental health and faith, we get to process in small groups in Zoom. One of my favorites was getting to know about emotional alarm bells and practical steps in how taking care of my physical well-being directly benefits my emotional well-being. This happened every Thursday for 6 Thursdays.
It's been 3 weeks now. 3 Thursdays that I've been attending Empower series, which really helps your mind, and it really has. But I also feel like maybe I need like other professional help, like to see a psychiatrist. But I'm also considering seeing an endocrinologist to see if any like if I have any hormone imbalances, because it is a thing. I've been finding out that when you have hormonal imbalance, you tend to get sad. I've always been kind of like in touch with my emotions, and it's not a bad thing. But ever since the pandemic, I feel like my relationship with my emotions have changed a lot, and I'm just confused of everything that I'm feeling.
So, I finally saw an endocrinologist.
So first time good to hear about this spot was like months ago, and back then my initial concern was like lack of sex drive. Months passed, so now today what pushed me is yun nga, lagi akong sad. I don't know, maybe also touch up on it na yun. Like I would break out, but right now hindi lang siya halata from this camera, but I would always break out on these areas. This year I started seeing dermatologist, and every other part of my skin, like from here to here, it improved a lot. Pero yung sa chin ko po, hindi siya na, it's always there. Lagi nagkakabago. So the first thing he pointed out was that I was taking pills. I was taking birth control pills. I still am. And that could be one of the major causes of whatever I'm feeling right now. And it makes so much sense because I've always been on injectables, DMPA, ever since Tazi. I chose that mode of contraceptive because I just take it every 3 months, and I was a student, so it's not much of a hassle for me to keep taking pills every night, same time. But that has decreased my calcium level a lot, and so my nails, my teeth were really weak and really showed because like it keeps on breaking. It's just super weak. So last year when I graduated and started working, I thought, okay, I have more free time now. I'm not so occupied studying overnight anymore, so shift to pills. Last year I shifted to drinking pills from injectables, and it makes so much sense because last year is also the onset of pandemic, and that's also when I started feeling all these stuff. And I thought it was just a pandemic. I thought it was just maybe me who's trying to cope with the pandemic, and I believe that's still true. Except now I'm seeing that it's that, and it's also this. So basically I'm going to stop my pills for a month, and then we're going to take blood tests to see my hormone levels, and I have to stop it for a month so that would see my natural state. Mark and I had to go through this conversation because obviously if I stop taking pills, then the chances of me getting pregnant increases, and it's my personal choice that I didn't want to get pregnant yet. We had a date in mind when we would want to plan for a baby, but at this point it's not like I really don't want to get pregnant. I am kind of ready. We are kind of ready anytime soon now, and if if a baby comes in the way throughout this process, we're we're open with it. Other than that, he recommended that I exercise, I eat healthy, because it's basic things that we talk about. Eat well, sleep early, exercise, but we never really pay much attention to, or at least that's how I did it.
So on top of working out, I started eating healthy. Not perfect, but better. My husband and I started taking supplements as well. My doctor prescribed a supplement to help with my mood, so I started taking that as well. It was easier placing it on a pill box so we could track if we missed a day. My husband started living a healthier lifestyle too. We pursued this journey together. Most importantly, I practiced slowing down. Maybe the better word is forced myself to slow down. I have tendencies of being workaholic. On my rest days, I constantly think of ways to be more productive and try to catch up in any work to get ahead of things. This led to burnout. So I slowly learned to slow down and then learned the hustle culture. This was also the time I learned about essentialism. It's based off a book, but it's defined as the disciplined pursuit of less. It was easy saying yes to the good things and no to the bad things. The real challenge was saying yes only to the essential things that truly mattered to me, even if the other options were good too. I used to say yes to every opportunity in front of me, but this season, I said no more, so I could say yes to the things that truly mattered. I spent more time with my husband and daughter too. I don't cook often, but this night, I did. He requested this Indian butter chicken months ago. Then, as usual, we kicked the night off with K-drama. My daughter spent a lot of time surprising me with an art setup. We'd paint together and catch up. It was a great way for me to slow down and also get to know her more. Even if it's just for a few minutes of my day, I also made time to do my devos and read books. It's so great how much wisdom, peace, and joy I get in these quiet moments. God spoke so much truth over me during this difficult time of my life. This birthed into a lot of big decisions that led me to becoming more. It was in these moments when I realized that I'm not meant for corporate, that I loved business and content creating, that I valued family more than career, and that God wanted me to enjoy life and all its blessings. This was when I made the decision to reject the culture of hustle and grind. I don't know how, but I know I'll be successful, but never at the expense of trading my own dreams and sanity.
Today is September 23. It's a Thursday, and for a while now, I've been thinking of letting go of my full-time job. I have two jobs. One, I work as a market researcher here in the Philippines, and then one is a social media manager, copywriter, based in the UAE. I've decided. I'm saying I'm deciding, but I've decided because it's not a decision that I feel super good about, because each job has its pros and cons, and knowing which job I have to let go, it's really breaking my heart. But I just feel it in me that I've been saying yes to career so much that I've been saying no to pursuing my passion and spending time with my daughter, spending time with my husband, and I'm always like, what's the next thing I gotta do? I have to complete this on the weekend. What can I get done? What can I get done today? I have to wake up at 5 a.m. Gotta get this done. And it's just full of hustle that I don't know if I'm being busy doing the right thing. We could be busy doing the wrong thing, or be busy doing things that we didn't want to do in the first place, or being busy but we're still not doing what we wanted to do, or like we're still busy but we're still not walking towards our dreams. And I feel like that's me, and like I'm so scared because I feel like I'm being demoted. I feel like I'm downgrading. I want to do business. I want to do content creating. But those stuff are not stable. And this one is so stable. Like every month I get this much. And on top of that, my teammates are so amazing. The culture of the company is so amazing. You know, when you're letting go of a job that sucks, it's hard, but somehow it's easier. But when you're letting go of a job that feels like it's such a blessing, it's so good to have it, but you know you gotta let it go, like, it's so difficult. I'm so scared. Oh gosh.
Since then, I was more present.
It's finally time for me to close this vlog. This has been, I wouldn't say a month-long journey. It's been more than a year, but it has been a month since I've taken, you know, I've really fought back. And the last month, over a month, has been crazy, but kind of like good crazy. I've really stepped out and helped myself physically by eating right, working out regularly, and it has made me feel so much lighter. And I've also seen a professional, and he was able to pinpoint what was causing it, like the major reason, what was causing my sadness and my feeling of emptiness. And also signing up for Empower series. And I just really love the part where I learned to listen to my body and not take it as, you know, something against me. Why am I like this? What's wrong with me? And realizing that these things like my heart racing, difficulty breathing, difficulty in concentration are actually warning signals. And it's not that there's something wrong with me. My body's trying to tell me something, and I've learned to listen to that more. There's just basically a lot that I've learned this season, and realizing that nothing is worth my mental health. I've always seen myself as someone who's like generally like emotionally strong, so I had this like pride in me that I didn't think I needed help. I thought that reading books would be enough, doing the practical things would be enough, but it was until community and a professional came in that I was really able to address the issue. I did not proceed with the hormone test. One, because when I stopped the pills, I already like immediately saw the results. Not immediately, but 1 month, that's pretty quick. In a month of stopping pills, I've already seen great changes with my mood, that feeling of emptiness and sadness and randomly crying during the day that stopped. Like gradually, I would get it once a week, once in 2 weeks, until like, you know, it's super rare now. Compared to before where it happens like almost every day, especially when it's raining. And right now it's raining. I still plan to get the test, just not anytime soon because the test is pretty expensive. I have to prepare for it. I'm still continuing taking the supplements the endocrinologist gave me. I'm still following the diet, the proper sleep, exercise, those stuff. I think one big thing that I've learned this season is that life is not just about making choices between bad and good. I mean, that happens to us a lot, but this season I've learned what it means to choose from good and really choose what matters to you, and that I cannot get a hold of everything, because for me, besides the pills, besides all the stuff that I've been through, it's also because I've been saying yes to so many things, and I just get that guilt feeling when I say no to someone or to an opportunity or to work, and I get this guilt feeling when I pass on an opportunity and I feel like it's never gonna come by again, so I grab on everything until like I'm literally like torn into pieces, and like I didn't realize what that meant. This season I had to make a difficult decision is super difficult. I sat on the decision of letting go of this job for months, and I didn't want to because I love that job. And now I'm learning that not all decision feels amazing. It's not always walking out from something bad. It's learning to letting go of something good so that I could essentially say yes to what matters to me. It was so amazing that it put me in a position where it was hard for me to leave. And I think that in itself is such a gift. I'm so excited because I'm gonna get more time with God. I'm gonna spend time with my daughter, my husband, and myself, and really pursue what I've been dreaming of, like the dream life, a life I love. So that's it for now. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for allowing me to be vulnerable here. I hope this video somehow encouraged someone out there, helped someone out there, or helped you understand someone who's going through the same thing as I did. I'll see you next time. Bye!